Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this adorable little no-sew goose. It is completely no-sew, the legs, beak, wings, everything, even the neck going at a angle is completely no-sew, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and let's get started. Start by making your legs and the beak. So you take your yellow yarn, make a slip stitch, put your hook in there. Then you're going to chain 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then in the second chain from your hook, you are going to make 2 half double crochets. 1, 2. Then you are going to slip stitch down your chain, and you're going to make 4 of those, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to cut your yarn, pull it through, and that is one leg. Then you're just going to go ahead and make the second one the exact same way. Okay, so now I have 2 legs made the exact same way, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started on the beak. So the beak is super simple. You just make another slip stitch, and then this is how I like to make my magic circle, which is chain 2 and then go back into this one, but it really doesn't matter. Basically you're just going to make 5 in a magic circle. So this is how I do mine, is I chain 2, go back into that original slip stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just 5 single crochets in this magic circle. Cut the yarn. And then I like to tie these 2 ends together to make sure that everything stays nice and secure. And over time nothing will fall out of the plushie. So I just secure those. And then that's the beak, which is just 5 single crochets and a magic ring. Okay, so now you're going to make the wings, and I have a separate tutorial on how to do this because I use it for my no-sew dragon and for the flying pig, but I'll just show you again, and if you already know how to do this, just skip this part of the video. But basically you're going to make a slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you are going to, in your second chain from your hook, make a single crochet. And I like to make it kind of loose so that it doesn't try to curl over, but that's just what I like to do. And then you're going to just single crochet down this chain all the way down. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 single crochet down the chain. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Then 4 single crochet down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 1 and turn. 4 single crochet back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 1, turn your work. Then you're going to do 2, 1, 2, chain 1, turn, 1, and 2. Then you're going to turn it this way, and you're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 single crochet down that back end, and then slip stitch into your original slip stitch over here, or slip knot. Then you can cut your yarn, fold through, and then you just repeat the second wing the exact same way. Okay, so I now have both wings, and it is time to get started on the main body. We are going to start by making 6 single crochet into a magic ring. So again, I like to make my magic rings by doing a slip knot and then chain 2 and then make 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'll put my stitch marker, and I just like to use a bobby pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you are going to increase in every stitch around. So 2 in each stitch to make 12 in total. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you are going to make sure to move your stitch marker. Okay, so now there are 12 stitches in total, and now you're going to just single crochet around. So just regular single crochets all the way around. 12 in total. Okay, so now that we have single crocheted all the way around, now you're going to make 6 increases and then 6 single crochet. So 6 increases all together and then 6 single crochet to finish the round. So 1 increase, 2 increase, 3 increase, and reminder increases 2 single crochets in each stitch. So that's 4 increase, 5 increase, 6 increase. Let me just count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then 6 single crochet to finish the round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and now we are just going to single crochet around for 2 rounds. So just regular single crochets, 2 rounds. Okay, so I have made 2 rounds of single crochets. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to single crochet 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm going to attach the leg. So I'm going to take my leg, and the duck's going to be facing this way, so the head's this way, so I like to put the good side facing this way. Then I'm going to, with my hook still in this loop, go into the top of this leg here, so just like that, and then put your tails underneath, then into the next stitch, which is right there. You're going to put your hook through, so now it's like sandwiched in between these. Then you're going to pull through leg and this to make a single crochet. Okay, so it was 5 and then leg. Then we're going to do 2, 1, 2 single crochet. Then same thing with the other leg. Go into the top. Go into the next stitch. Put your tails under. Grab your yarn, pull through, and make a single crochet. Just like that. Then you're going to finish the round with just single crochets. So I have now finished the round with the legs, and now I'm going to make a single crochet all the way around. So single crochets all the way around, there should be 18. Okay, so I have single crocheted all the way around. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a single crochet and then decrease all the way around. So a single crochet and then a decrease. And I'm going to do that all the way around. Okay, so I have made a single crochet and then a decrease all the way around. And now what I like to do is I like to secure all the ends of the feet here on the inside. And I probably should have done that a couple rows ago, but I'll just go ahead and do it now. And I like to just tie them together, so that way no loose ends end up coming over or out of the plushie over time. And it's not that difficult. You just tie all these little oh my goodness, I can't talk. Loose ends together and then push them in. Little feet. And then we can go ahead and move on to the next row. For this row, we are going to add the wings. So my stitch marker is here. I'm going to move it up to where it needs to go. Then I'm going to take my wing, and the long part is going to be facing the length of the body. So the long part's going to be like this. And then you're going to go into the side here, not the top yet. You're going to go into the side here with your hook, just like that. And then you're going to put your tails underneath your yarn, kind of like with the legs. And then into the next stitch, which is right here, you're going to, just like with the legs, make a single crochet. And then we're going to move on to the front here. You're going to make 3 with this front of the wing here. So I'm going to go into this stitch here, into the next stitch, so that's 2 through the wing so far, and you're going to make 4 altogether. So here's 3, and again we're going into these top stitches here, and then 4. That's 4 stitches to attach the wing. Then you're going to make 2 decreases, 1, 2, and then 4 more to attach to the other wing. So make sure that the long part is going in that direction. You're going to go into the side. Actually, I'm sorry, you're going to go into the top part this time, so it's the reverse of what we just did. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then on the other side. So we're going to go into right here, and then go into the next stitch here, single crochet 1, next one, single crochet 2, next one, single crochet 3. Now we're getting to where our stitch marker is, so I'm just going to remove it because it's the last stitch in the round to do anyway. And then go into the side here like we did with the first part at the beginning here. Go into the side, which is very close to where your slip knot is of when you made your wing. And then put your tails underneath your yarn. Technically you don't have to do that, you'll just push it under later, but that's just what I do to make my life easier. So go through this one, last stitch of the round here, single crochet. Now I'm going to add my stitch marker, and now the wings are added. And then, like I said before, when we're making the wings, try to make them kind of loose so that this isn't like curling over a whole bunch like that. So that is the wings. So again, you just did 4 to decrease, then 4, and that is the end of that round. And now before we do anything else, I'm going to add some stuffing. And I like to stuff my plushies firmly because I've noticed that over time the stuffing kind of deteriorates a little bit, and what was otherwise like very firmly stuffed turns pretty soft. And then if it was already stuffed or soft to begin with, then it turns really soft, and sometimes it can lose its shape a little bit. So I like to firmly stuff all of my plushies. but it's really just up to personal preference. So it's pretty good. So now that we've added some stuffing, put your hook back in. Then you're going to single crochet 3. 1, 2, 3, and then decrease times 2. So 1 decrease, 2 decreases, and then 3 single crochet again. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm gonna add my stitch marker. That is that round. Okay, so now we're getting into a little bit of the tricky part. So I've never seen this done before, but it was something that I just came up myself, and it's what I like to call an anchor stitch. So basically, in order to make our neck go like at a 90-degree angle almost, normally when you're crocheting it's going to go outwards. I figured out a way to make it do that angle. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to go into one of these body stitches here, so like right here, and you're going to insert your hook. Then you are going to go into your next single crochet of your round. So it's right there. So still in the body stitch, you're going to like twist it around and get into that next single crochet. And you're going to do one of these anchor stitches. So now this is just a regular single crochet of your round, and you're going to finish the round by doing 7 single crochet in this round. But basically what these anchor stitches are going to do is pull the neck upwards in this direction. So for this round, you're just going to do 1 anchor stitch and then 7 single crochet all the way around. Okay, so I finished my round with the 1 anchor stitch and then 7 single crochet all the way around. Now for this round, I'm going to do 2 anchor stitches and then 6 single crochet all the way around. So again, these anchor stitches, you're going to go into a body stitch. And it looks like it's pretty far back there, but the farther you go back on a body stitch, the more of an angle this neck is going to go at. So I go into this body stitch here, and then I'm going to go into my next single crochet. And it's a little hard to twist sometimes, but that's how you know it's going to stay put, is if it's pretty tight. So pull through both of those like you're making just a regular single crochet. That's now just a regular single crochet. Go into another body stitch. So again, this row has 2 anchor stitches. Go through the body and then into your next single crochet like that. Single crochet. And as you can see, the neck is getting pretty twisted, but it's going in an upward direction already. Then you're just going to finish this round with 6 single crochet. Also important to count how many stitches you're making, just to make sure you didn't skip any when making the anchor stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this round with 6 single crochet. Okay, so I finished that round. I did 6 single crochet to finish my round. And as you can see, the neck is already doing a nice angle here. If we were to just do regular rounds, it would be going in this, but we want it to be a little more vertical. So we're going to repeat what we just did, which was 2 anchor stitches and then 6 all the way around. So again, you just pick a body stitch, or let me just remember where your next single crochet is. So I'm going to put my finger there. Pick a body stitch and then go into your single crochet. Then pull through and then pull through. So 1 single crochet. My next single crochet is right here, so I'm gonna pick a body, then go into that like that, you see, pull through, and then 6 single crochet to finish this round. So I'll just show you. Make sure I have the correct amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Move my stitch marker. And you see now the neck is going at a pretty good angle. And I'm just going to add a little more stuffing to kind of push this little area out a little bit. See? And now I'm going to make just rounds of single crochets to build this up. Now, for this pattern, I have it as a goose, and so it's got a pretty long neck. Now, if you want to do a duck, just remove one of the rounds of single crochet. So for the goose, it's 5 rounds. If you want to do a duck, probably just do 4 rounds to make that neck a little shorter, but it's really not that difficult. You know, just if you want a shorter neck, just make it 1 row shorter, basically. So I'm going to make 5 rounds of single crochets, and then I will show you back when I'm done. Okay, so I have now done 5 rows of single crochets, and I'm just going to add a little bit of stuffing to this neck here. Now for the neck, I try not to overstuff it too much, because you also don't want your neck to get kind of too thick, I guess you could say. But yeah, so just add some stuffing to the neck. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make 5 single crochet and then 3 increase. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then since this is 8, 3 single crochet will go into the, 3 increase will go into the last 3 here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, so that is 3 increase. Okay, so in the last round we did 3 increase. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do 7 single crochet, and then we're going to add our beak. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then if your tension is different and your beak's going to be end up being like way over here or something, you can totally just move it. But this is where my tension ends up putting my beak, so this is where I like to put it. So you're going to take your beak, which is just 5 in a magic ring, and remember to put your tails under the yarn you're working with. Then I'm going to go into this stitch here, which was the last stitch we did in the magic ring, and it can be a little hard to get your hook through there, but there we go. Then take your, oh dear, okay, yeah, so, sorry, put your tails underneath your yarn. Then you're already going through your beak, go into your next stitch, which is right here. So just like we've been doing the feet and the wings, you're going to go through both of these. It's going to be like a sandwich. Pull through. And so that was 1, and we're going to do 3 all together, so to attach the beak. So that was 1. Go into this next single crochet here, and it's being kind of difficult, but get it eventually. Pull through both. Next stitch, next stitch, both. Also, I should mention that I like to have like the good facing side going up, because then the beak kind of turns up a little bit. If you do it the other way, then the beak will turn down a little more. I guess it's just personal preference. That's how I like to do it. And then there's just one single crochet to finish this round. For the next round, we are going to do 2 single crochet. And then 2 increase. So 1 increase, 2 increase, and then finish the round off with 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now to finish this off, we're going to do a single crochet, just 1, and then decreases all the way around. So 6 decreases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then into the next stitch, to finish off, I just do a slip stitch, cut the yarn, and leave a little bit for sewing. Now it is time to add the eyes. So I like to put them about 1 stitch away from the beak. So about right there. Do that on both sides. Sometimes it's hard to get them to match up, but that actually looks pretty good. Just put the backings in. Take this out, we don't need it anymore. Looks a little goofy, but we can just push these out a little bit. And then just add some stuffing. And then I don't have a needle with me right now. I lost mine, so I just take my crochet hook and then just go into these side loops here. It's kind of a tedious process, but I just go into these side loops, pull it through on the other side, and then just do that all the way around. And then I just pull it and then pull the tail through the body, and then that is all. So this is it all finished, and it looks a little weird because I'm on 0.5 on my camera, but this is it all finished. It is completely no-sew, and that's what I really like about it. Also, I should mention that if you don't want to do the anchor stitches on the back, you can just do the pattern and ignore the anchor stitches. Just do a regular single crochet. The only problem is you'll just have to sew the neck, like, because the neck will be going out that way. You'll just have to sew it upwards, and then technically this pattern won't be no-sew anymore. So if you're really having difficulties with that, I'm sorry. I tried to explain it. I've never seen this done before, so I don't know how difficult it would be to learn. But you can do it that way if you are really struggling. But anyway, that is all I have for now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial.